arms left. Yes, I have. Look, it's just a flesh wound.
It kind of reminds me of what's going on with Trump right now. There's a lot of speculation that his health is failing, but according to his people, it's just a flesh wound.
I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition.
I think that's the first time she's heard those words.
Particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count.
Blah, blah, blah. So you get it here. They have a whole bunch of word salad to explain why his ankles have become what everybody's calling cankles. By the way, if I look like a Bond villain, there's nothing wrong with me. I was doing yard work, something flew in my eye, broke a blood vessel, and now, I got this scary look on my face. Now, the people are pouncing on this. They're saying that he is sick and possibly even dying, and the fervor is getting louder and louder and louder.
Don't nobody want to call a spade for a spade and just actually say that this man is retaining fluid. He's retaining fluid. Anybody that knows anything knows that when you start to retain your fluid, the first place it goes to is the lowest part of your body. His feet, his legs is retaining the fluid first. Now it's retaining fluid in his hand, maybe even under his eyes, y'all.
The president's congestive heart failure is getting worse. I'm a home health physical therapist with a doctorate in my field. I see congestive heart failure patients on a daily basis. The reason I know that he has congestive heart failure is because of the swelling in his feet and ankles. And the reason I know it's getting worse is because he's sitting behind the desk on camera now. He lashed out against MSNBC for giving him hash about his ankles. This is how we know that something is true, because it gets to Trump.
You guys, I don't know what's worse, the mental decline or the physical decline, but everybody surrounding the president is engaged in a gaslighting cover-up. They allowed this man, who behaves as though he has escaped from the elderly wing of a loony bin and is in the Oval Office, lying, droning on and on, having show and tell.
They like to say, I love black people. And I did great with the vote with the black people. But they say he's a racist. I said, really? For 35 years, a war raged between Rwanda and the Republic of the Congo. And it was a vicious war. 9 million people were killed with machetes, largely. Hatchets, machetes.
Yeah, he does ramble and say a lot of crazy shit now, Trump does. And he doesn't look good. He just looks withdrawn and pale, and it looks like he's doing everything he can to hold it together, but it doesn't seem like he's doing a good job of that.
Great athletes have asked to join the council, and we're going to let some of them come in, but they're going to also be working on college football in terms of what happened. It's a mess. What happened? It's what they're doing with college football, and the fans are upset about it.
I swear I was having a conversation with a guy feeding pigeons in the park just the other day who was saying the same exact thing.
And players are being taken from team after team, and they're being traded around like playing cards. And a lot of money's passing, and nobody knows what's.
You ever had a conversation with somebody who's older and suffers dementia, and they're rambling on about some crazy shit, and they go on, and they go from one topic to the other. Nothing is coherent, and you just nod. You nod along, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, the college football and the women, okay, yeah, sure, okay, all right, and turkey soup, and whatever the hell they're talking about, you just nod along. And again, people are pouncing on this stuff. And you know what? It's fair game. It's fair game, because when Biden was in office, nobody on the right had a problem calling out his mental acuity or his stumbling around or fumbling around, whether he was losing his mind or not, whether he was sick or not. They were pouncing on Biden every day.
President Joe Biden needs to do the same thing. And I'll say, sadly, The reason he hasn't so far, I believe, is because his mental faculties are too diminished right now.
Let's check in on the leader of the free world. Look at that confident gait. He is as fit as a fiddle in body and mind. 4 more years, no problems there.
RFK zeroing in on Joe Biden's fitness yesterday, saying what we all know. Biden's too weak to be president.
I still think there's some deep concerns about the cognitive capability of this president. You just have to listen to the daily gaffes and understand that he can't seem to answer a question from anybody in the media in a spontaneous way.
President Biden was mentally unfit to carry out the responsibilities of the most powerful office in the world.
Now, here's the difference, and there is a difference. When Biden was president and was seeking re-election before the election even, there were a lot of people in the Democratic Party on the progressive side of the progressive wing, lefties, let's call us, who said, hey, this guy's too old. He just doesn't have it. He needs to step down. A lot of people on the left said that. We called him out. We saw it for what it was. A lot of us said, hey, he should be playing shuffleboard down in, Boca Raton. The difference is, though, with Trump, it's a cult. They only see Superman and Jesus and someone who could do no wrong.
So in the state of mind, asking if he's healthy enough or fit enough to be our president of the United States of America. And I just quite frankly find that to be very laughable.
So thank God that President Trump is in excellent shape and good health. He's got a good heart. He's got a good soul. It's obvious that God has placed his hand on Trump. President Trump's trying to get into heaven, baby. Why y'all think he's been doing all these good deeds as president? Why you think he's trying to put an end to this Russian-Ukraine war? Because that's his ticket to heaven, baby.
Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to the people on Fox News or MSNBC or anywhere else. Listen to the man himself. Listen to Trump in an interview that happened just a week or two ago where he talks about getting into heaven. It's kind of cryptic in a way. And at the very end of it, listen closely because he says something to the effect of, I'm trying to get into heaven. I'm trying to do what I can to get into heaven because I'm told I'm not doing that well. That's what he said. Have a listen.
If I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well.
I don't think I'm doing that well. That's what Trump said. You heard it right from the horse's mouth. And I don't think he's doing well. I do think he's sick. I do think if you've ever had a family member who was dying, actively dying and very ill, he does exhibit a lot of the signs, man. You know, it is what it is. The evidence, I think, does speak for itself. And that's just the way it goes. Hey, nobody lives forever. Hey, if you like this video, I'm not going to even tell you to like it. I am not going to tell you to like. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. I'm not going to tell you to like it. I'm not going to tell you to comment unless you want to. It's not on me to tell you what to do. But if you are so inclined, please do so. That would help the channel out. And that's all I have for today, and I'll see you on the next video.